Hey everybody, my name is Sean Gerke. This is my self-reflection for PMA2 that we were told to use a previous project, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that project. It is from the Web Standards Project course. Um, so basically some aspects of it that were positive for me, I guess some aspects that were positive for me were the structured HTML. That is one thing that I believe Full Sail did a good job with, is keeping us structured on the HTML and being able to break it up and use the correct HTML5 tags. I guess one thing on that note, they really kind of scared us away from using divs in general. And the farther I get in this, the more that I find divs are very, very useful. I literally didn't have any divs in my first couple sites just because of divitis and such. But now, as long as you're using semantic, headers and stuff like that and sections inside of your code, I can see how people can just use divs for everything. But at the same time, they kind of scared us away from using them in general. But with that, it kept me going and actually using navs and UL. Keeping in images. This is something that I wouldn't have done if I were to do it again. I wouldn't have this in my HTML. I'd actually push it over to my CSS. But another thing that I would like to do more of is use more classes and use more IDs. As far as when we get into JavaScript and other frameworks and things, it's really nice to have those in there, and then you don't have to go and retouch the HTML as you're doing your JavaScript and such and things like that. So those are a few things like that. This page looks pretty nice. I'm just going to actually show you what the website looks like. This is actually my own business's website. I built this site. It's one of the reasons I started going to Full Sail in the first place, kind of get my site redone. But in web projects, this was kind of an advanced feature at that time. I'm actually going to go show you that. And it is CSS carousel. There it is. So being able to go through and put delays and actually going through and finding that CSS element, for that class, I thought it was pretty advanced at the time. I probably would end up taking this carousel out and doing something different now, but I don't know. I do still like the site. Some of the design features that I really like about it, if I can find it, the carousel is one of the highlights of the site and the main feature content here. I like my fonts and things like that. It does get a little carried away, hard to read. I'll go into things that I want to change about it in a second. But actually having the fixed header on the top of the page, that was something that was hard to do for me at that time. Sorry about that. This is a hosted site through GitHub, and I don't know if you guys have noticed that pretty much all the sites that go through GitHub, they have a problem with that, and I don't exactly know what that is, but maybe Mr. Bloom can help us with that. So going into the rest of the site, it's pretty simple. There's not really a whole lot to it. Contacts page. One of the things that I implemented in was the instant quote. Now this actually goes off to another site. It's called DJ Intelligence, and that site goes ahead and has the database for all this stuff and has that package prices and things to send off a quote. That is something that I want to be able to do myself, and learning more of the JavaScript and the frameworks and such, I feel like I should be able to do that. This actually helps people get a quote. There's also music databases and things like that, and a client login area. That's something I want to be able to write myself. This again is pointed to DJ Intelligence, and that's something that I pay for, which I shouldn't have to, because with the schooling, I believe that we should be able to, write that JavaScript for it. So some other things I want to do is maybe make it a more modern site. Now here's an error that happens once in a while in Firefox, so that picture is not rendering. But as far as the design, I would like it to be a full page design where you have the full page background images, and then maybe put some parallaxing into it as well. Parallaxing with full width. One nice thing that I thought was an advanced feature when I was in web standards was the responsiveness and making it into a mobile site. So again, there's that picture. For some reason it's not showing up, but later after that class I actually went and threw in SlickNav, and SlickNav gave me the ability to actually go and throw in another navigation. I literally had no idea what I was doing with this, but now I would like to rewrite it, being that I know a little bit more about what's going on with the JavaScript and things like that. But overall, I really like my site, but it definitely needs some work on it, and anyone with any advice, that would be great to hear.